Welcome to our Wheel of Ologies quiz, which is our fabulous multi-choice quiz where you at home, Team David, I think, as we were this morning, with lots and lots of Davids and lots of other people, are going to play against our two teams of academics from the Open University. Now, HJ is sitting on a chair here in the studio and he's going to be feeding in your scores with how you're doing at home. A bit of a problem we have is keeping score. I mean, I have a trouble of my own doing the scoreboard here, but at home it's a bit more complex. So we need somebody at home to keep the score for Team Home, and then HJ will let us know how you're doing, as well as any other facts that you might want to add to the dialogue. Now, for those of you who haven't been to our Wheel of Ologies quiz before, you may not recognise Professor David Rothery, our Professor of Planetary Geosciences and regular Quizmaster, who will put our two teams of planetary scientists and librarians through their paces. Dave, over to you.
Well, hello everybody. Big shout out to anybody who is studying S111, Topics in Science. I wrote Topic 7 of that. I also run the Moons MOOC and I run the Level 2 Planetary Science course, S283. Brand new books for 2018J. It's a digitally designed book, but it's a book. And only 30 credits as well, so we don't work you too hard. So I hope to run into some of you as students. OK, we have two teams, a team from the library and a team of planetary scientists, to whom I will show no special favours. So please, Wendy, introduce yourself and your team on the shelf.
Hello, I'm Wendy Chalmers from the library, and I've worked in the library for around 13 years. And the library has a wealth of resources which is easily accessible to all. And on my left I have
Fiona Durham. I'm a help desk librarian and academic liaison.
And on my right,
I'm David Jenkins. I'm a research support librarian.
Now, we have banned the library, haven't we, Dave, for being able to access things, because they are whizzes at searching for digital information.
Absolutely. So no Googling, no Wikipediaing or anything like that. Or at home, either. No Wikipedia. Before we move on, can we hear the sound of your buzzer or bell, please? Boing. OK, so we've got Boingers on the left. West Bromwich Albion fans?
No.
Boing, boing.
No.
Well, I am. So you missed a chance for getting some favours. And what are you called on the rocks? David, please introduce yourself and your team.
I'm David Pegg. I'm a first-year PhD student studying the southern hemisphere of Mercury. On my right.
Hi, I'm Matt Baum. I'm a senior lecturer. I mainly study the geology of Mars.
And on my left.
Hi, I'm another PhD student at the Open University studying the geology of the planet Mercury. As you see here, our team mascot. I'm in the northern hemisphere and I'm a third-year PhD student.
And while we're at it, further down on the right is HJ with the social media desk.
With Team Home, although Davin says Team Google, which we've already been banned from that. So we're not off to a good start with that. Katie says Team Dog on my lap taking over. So I think that's too long to fit on the front of a desk. But Katie's unfortunately off, but she is going to an interview, so I'm sure everyone wishes her good luck, and she can always catch up on the quiz. But we're all ready to play along at home. And we've got our widgets ready, so we're just going to work as a team and see if we can beat everyone and the studios again.
And what have Team Home decided on a name? Are they Team Wine Tasters still, or maybe Team Jumper?
Well, we're not too sure about this. I think it doesn't bode very well for us answering questions collectively if we can't come up with a name for our team. So any ideas? But Jill says Dave's up the game with his waistcoat, so maybe Dave's waistcoat would be a good team name.
Maybe they can be Team on the Web.
Team
no, we wouldn't cheat, would we? Dave, did we hear the buzzer?
No, we didn't. OK, so we've got a boing and a kind of clanging sound.
And I must say, you learn something new every day, because I didn't know Mercury had a garland of flowers, but it was particularly lovely.
OK, the rules of the game. My glamorous assistant, when's she arriving?
Yeah.
We'll spin the ology wheel
Yes, I will.
to determine which ology the question will be from. There are 6 ologies. There's epistemology, the nature, sources and limits of knowledge. There's pantology, that's all branches of human knowledge. There's agnotology, that's human ignorance. There's zoology, the study of animals. There's etymology, the study of words and their origins. And ninjology, which is not really about ninjas, it's just random.
Spoil sport.
When the correct ology is chosen, you'll at home will see the question on your screen, so get answering quickly. I will then read the question out, and whichever team thinks it knows the answer first hits their bell, and will have to tell me whether the answer is A, B, C or D. So if you think you know the answer before you know which letter goes with it, you're in trouble, because you've got to then guess the letter. I don't care if you tell me the answer is Alexander the Great if you don't know whether it's letter C or D. So that's
Wise
how it
words
works.
of
That's how it
warning.
works. To begin with, the questions are worth 1 point, and if the team that buzzes in first gets it wrong, I'll offer it to the other team. And there will be some bonus questions as well. I think we are all ready.
I
aren't
think
we?
so. Shall we crack
please,
on?
glamorous Karen, spin the wheel.
High-tech Open University technology at its best. And we're on zoology.
Zoology. OK, your first zoological question. What part of the body does a turtle use to breathe? Is it A, its belly? Is it B, its shell? Is it C, its mouth? Or is it D, its bottom?
C, its mouth.
Incorrect. So
No. What were the options? Can you repeat?
A, B, C. Belly, shell, mouth or bottom?
Go for the B thing.
Let's go for Bill.
Sure, you're the captain.
A.
Belly. No. I mean,
Okay.
Fiona, you wanted to say bottom, didn't you? You did. Turtles breathe without a diaphragm. They don't have one. The rigidity of their shells would stop them using a diaphragm. Instead, they must move their limbs or neck and utilise other muscles connected to the pleural cavity, the area around the lungs, to help them to breathe. And that doesn't explain it. Apparently, it works through their bottom. So bottom was the correct answer. So no points scored here in the studio. How did Team Wikipedia do?
Well, luckily there's not too many people that are experts on turtles' bottoms in the chat, which, if there was, I would be very confused. But we may go with Team Clonk or Team Confection as a name. We do like treats and study snacks, so yeah. Team Jumper as well. We've had a lot of funky jumpers.
Look, they're choosing a name. Did they answer the question?
Not really, but...
Neither did we.
So nobody has yet troubled the scorer.
Perhaps the specialist subject is answering the question asked before last.
OK, let's try that. Spin the wheel, please, Carol. That's Ninjology. OK, your first ninjological question. Which Prime Minister presided over the founding of the Open University? Is it A, Alec Douglas Hume, B, Edward Heath, C, Harold Macmillan? You were first.
D, Harold Wilson.
D, Harold Wilson. That is correct, yes. Bonus question on the buzzers. Who was the Secretary of State for Education who kicked it all off under the Wilson government?
No, neither am I. Let it be known.
We used to have a library named after her.
Jenny Lee.
Yes.
A letter for that one.
So you've got a bonus. So point for On the Rocks for getting the right answer to the main question, and a bonus point for On the Shelf for knowing about Jenny Lee. At home, did they know Harold Wilson?
Apparently they did. We seem to have a lot of fellow political students here, so I'm quite pleased. Maybe we'll have a chat about the state of things later, but definitely a point for Team Home, but I need someone else to keep up with these points that we're going to
Have you got a
accumulate.
designated scorekeeper yet?
No, I need someone to volunteer. They should have a special hat to go with this role, though, I think.
Or jumper?
Or a jumper, indeed.
It's easy, but we only had to count as far as one so far. OK, spin that wheel. That is etymology. OK, first etymological question. What's the more usual name for Röntgen rays? Is it A, X-rays, B, gamma rays, C, ultraviolet rays, or D, magnetic resonance? A, which is...
Röntgen rays, X-rays.
Yeah, X-rays, Röntgen rays, are commonly known as X-rays. And I'm disappointed at my physical science colleagues for not knowing that Röntgen rays was the original name of X-rays.
We only use current terminology.
Okay. Did they know their X-rays from their elbows at home?
HJ, wake up.
Oh, I'm getting distracted. Sorry, I do apologise. Even I don't know. I don't know. We've got a bit lost here in the chat. We're getting very confused about where we are. But it seems a couple of people are really good with the answers. Shout out to Kyron earlier, who did say Jenny Lee. So I think Kyron gets a bonus point. Libby did get in on the X-rays, but I, along with a few other people, must have just got completely lost.
You haven't been doing any more of that wine tasting, have you?
I can't comment.
Yeah, it was Wilhelm Conrad Röntgen, a German scientist, who accidentally found X-rays were emanating from his electrical equipment and thereby discovered X-rays. They were known as Röntgen rays for a while. I'm not sure, maybe it was during World War I when everybody adopted the term X-rays because the Allies weren't fond of Germans at the time. I don't know. Maybe somebody at home can go on Wikipedia and tell us when and why Röntgen got dropped. Well, it's a vague memory in my head. So, what is the score now?
Well, we have the librarians on the shelf with 2 and on the rocks with 1.
Okay. Spin the wheel, please. That's Epistemology. What colour are the berries from the rowan tree? Are they A, blue, B, green, C, orange, or D, red?
D.
Red. Yeah, mountain ash, red berries. I think so.
1 point for on the
common
rocks.
throughout cool temperate regions of the northern hemisphere, so most of you will have seen it. Is it cool and temperate in Belfast, Jack?
Cool, but you find that all kinds of climates in Belfast are particularly non-temperate.
Okay. Did they know about rowan berries at home, HJ?
Stacey definitely knew about rowan berries. I did not. Anyone who's colourblind, like me, probably got a bit lost with that one. But yes, so I think Stacey's keeping points for us, and I think we've officially adopted Team Clonk.
Team Clonk. Okay. Well done, Stacey, and well done, Team Clonk. Okay.
Lovely.
Question?
Next question. Try and get through more than ever before. Agnotology.
That's agnotology. This is human ignorance. You'll do well on this planetary science. Which of these is a county in the Republic of Ireland? Is it A, Kilkenny?
A, Kilkenny.
It is. The others were going to be Kilmarnock, Kilsyth or Kilwinning, which are Scottish towns.
We've got another way round.
Did they even have time to answer Kilkenny at home, HJ?
A few people did, those who are fast enough to click onto the answer. So I'm not sure if that's another point for us, though, if we didn't all collectively answer. But I'll let Stacey decide that one. As our
delegate.
Official.
That's
it. As our official scorekeeper, Stacey, you can decide. You have that power.
Doesn't count if you answer after I've revealed the correct answer. How are we doing, Karen?
Well, we've got on the rocks with 2 and on the shelf with 3. So let's have another question.
Exciting. Ninjology. Okay.
Is that Ninjology? No, it's not, Dave. You need to go one back.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, I'm on it.
Yeah. Okay. So, timber selected from how many fully grown oak trees was needed to build a large 3-decker Royal Navy battleship in the 18th century? So, how many oak trees? Was it A, 50? Was it B, 500? Was it C, 1,500, or was it D, 3,500?
C, 1,500.
Incorrect. How many do you think that is?
500.
500. No! The correct answer, is 3,500. Mostly built from oak, and this is why the British were so concerned to keep the Baltic open, so we could get oaks from Northern Europe. I didn't realise Baltic fringing countries were famous oak growing areas, but apparently they were. So we still have a disparity in scores between the teams. Did they know about oak trees and making ships of the line at home?
I think the majority of us reckoned it was C, so we didn't quite get there. A few people fighting off the common opinion there with 3,500, so well done if you got that, but I think overall we have to concede that point.
They must have been thinking of three-decker frigates rather than three-decker ships of the line.
Yeah, definitely. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It is easy.
Yeah. Okay, another question.
I want a pantology.
Okay, a pantological question. In Greek mythology, who rescued Andromeda after she'd been chained to a rock?
Is
Give it a go.
is the answer C?
Incorrect. So the full question on the shelf, is it A, Achilles, B, Agamemnon, C, Odysseus, or D, Perseus? Are they right, Jack?
They're
Yes.
They're right. And did they get their tactics right by waiting until they knew which letter went with which name?
Well, they could have buzzed a little sooner.
And did they know Perseus rescuing Andromeda at home, HJ?
Well, Kimberly definitely did. Straight in there, defo Perseus, she said. Libby says Perseus as well, which, there we go. Jill says we've totally clonked it on the head. But Jill also said she feels like she needs a pint and a packet of crisps to go with this. Proper pub quiz
Has she
style.
not finished her popcorn yet? We're not stopping her, I'll be honest, but we were on to wine tasting and I thought she had her popcorn.
I think we're not very decisive in terms of what we want to be doing with food at the moment. But,
It is that time of day.
Okay, bonus question. Which mythological character did Perseus behead very famously?
Sorry, my buzzed.
You answered and you hit the buzzer. I'll forget that.
Can we get half a point
It
each?
was the Gorgon Medusa that Perseus beheaded.
Dave's rules are final.
Yes, they are. Now, remember to hit the buzzer before shouting out. You should know, working in the library, you need permission to speak.
Dave, this rule thing ends at 3 o'clock though, so you can't get used to it.
Okay, how are we doing? There's still clear blue
Well,
water.
the librarians are taking the lead with 100% more points than on the rocks, where the score is 2-4.
Okay, so spin the wheel. Let's see what we get next.
Etymology.
Etymology. Okay, which three letters replaced CQD? Was it A, SOS? Was it B, KGB? Was it C, TNT? Or was it D, FYI?
A. Say it wrong.
Why?
I can't remember what it stood for, but it was the way for calling for distress.
Yeah, CQG was an all stations distress call in Morse. And at some point, Germany's distress signal of 3 dots, 3 dashes, 3 dots became internationally adopted, and SOS came in. So it was the Morse code. CQD was the original Morse code distress. Was it CQD that the Titanic was transmitting after it hit the iceberg?
It might be one of the first ones to use SOS,
Yeah.
but I don't know if that's an urban...
Anyway, well done on the rocks. Did they know their SOS from their CQD at home?
well, we reckon by the way we're doing with our points that all the teams in the studio will be asking for SOS later.
Oh, right.
But Stacey, our official scorekeeper, says we're doing really well at 4 points. So, and we're playing by the rules, she says. So, you know, We're doing well. We're doing well.
Good. I'm glad they're happy. Glad they think they're doing well. That's Pantology, which is hiding in here somewhere.
It might be the second. Is it before agnotology?
That's Epistemology. I've got Pantology.
Oh, you got it?
I found it.
Oh, good.
According to Ophelia in Shakespeare's Hamlet, no, nobody else's Hamlet, Shakespeare's Hamlet, which herb is for remembrance? Is it A, basil? Is it B, borage? Is it C, rosemary?
See rosemary.
Too slow, it is rosemary's for remembrance. It's believed that rosemary can stimulate the mind, enhance the memory and improve concentration. I knew a girl called Rosemary once. I didn't, I'm just making it up.
I'm glad Kimberly knew that at home. HJ, how's everyone doing?
Well, we did get the question up first on our widget, and we seem to got a very strong in there. Stacey got in there. Kimberly straight in there again. I think Kimberly's the one that you want to have on your pub quiz team. But Davin informs us Morse code is not a code, it's a cipher. So, so some great facts from our teams at home. No way from the internet. Yes. So, and I don't know what Jill's on about Bridget Jones, so I'm a bit lost there.
Okay. Did that equalise?
We've equalised it. Sorry, this
Okay.
momentous occasion, and I completely ignored it, trying to spin the wheel.
Well, let's see who can take the lead.
Etymology.
Still etymology. Where would you find a chevrotain? This is Chevrotain, chevrotain. Is it A, in the middle of a motorway? Is it B, parked in a garage? Is it C, in a rainforest? Or is it D, in a computer programming language? Chevrotain. Okay, on the rocks.
We're guessing C in a rainforest?
That is correct. Why did you go for that?
Because the other one seems so implausible.
It sounded like the name of a rainforest dwelling animal.
Or
It
plants,
is.
or plants.
Okay. It is a rainforest dwelling animal. Anybody care to tell me what type of animal it is? Bonus.
It's a bird.
No.
Bird. Or do you need more specific?
I'm more specific than a mammal. No, you've had your go.
Cat.
No, it's a deer. I gave you a chance. A small deer-like animal with small tusks, typically nocturnal and found in tropical rainforests of Africa and southern Asia. Chevrotain. So, there you go. Did they know their chevrotains at home?
I think overall it was a bit split in regards to our answer, so I'm not too sure. I'll let Stacey decide whether we get the point for that. But Libby was straight in there. She said, "See, it's an animal," so she knew. And Stacey did say it's a tiny deer, isn't it? So perhaps a bonus point there. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
We'll let Stacey decide that one.
Right. Do we have a new leader now?
We're on 5
Okay.
and 4, so On the Rocks taking the lead. Meanwhile, your tie's got a bit of a fan club now there. We've been very appreciative today of various textures and colours and the effort that people have been making. I mean, you always have fabulous waistcoats, but the tie is new.
It's 3 wise aliens. Hear no evil, see no evil, and speak no evil. Could explain the Fermi paradox, actually, well, we never hear from them.
But if they were going to speak any evil, could we understand their language anyway?
Oh, if they use the language of mathematics, yes.
Right, it's halfway through.
Spin the wheel.
Sorry, rolls eyes. Halfway through, anyone could win, Dave. We're on 5-4. Should we talk to the teams about how they're feeling and maybe up the game a bit?
You want to explore their feelings?
No, not detail. No, not like that. Just you know, like have they got a strategy about how they might win?
Getting the questions right.
and not pressing the buzzer too early.
I'm not going to live that down.
Or even remembering to press the buzzer.
Yes,
Yeah.
there is this as well. Lovely.
I'm not changing the scoring parameters just
Okay,
yet.
fine.
Still one point. It's so close. Anybody can.
Dave's rules. Let's
Yeah.
see. Let's get some more questions in. That will certainly shift the scores. Right. We're
That's
on to
Ninjology. Okay. What is Paul McCartney's first name? Is it A. George, B. Robert, C. James, or D. Peter?
D. Peter?
Nope.
George.
Nope. It's James. All right, bonus. What year was he born in? Go on, worth a guess.
1951.
No.
49.
42. Which makes him quite old.
Yeah, now we're filling the
66
maths.
this year. Yes. Did they know about James McCartney at home? The
Apparently they did.
Sorry.
According to my widget here. Amy also says... Oh, right. I know what Amy's talking about. So apparently what we were talking about earlier was a mouse deer, and they grow to about 30 centimetres on average. So thank you for that fact. But Libby was straight in there with knowing his first name is James. I have no idea. But I'm no good at celebrities anyway. But it seems that some people got that right at home. So Stacey, as our scorekeeper, can, as always, decide whether that deserves a point.
Hang on, he's 76.
Yes.
Not 66. Crikey. He's 76. Wow.
Oh. I hear that Jill's got a bit of streaming problems with her stream, so she's just guessing and is getting the answers a bit later. Probably much like our teams. In fact, I think Jill's off on the food, eating all sorts of manner of things and making us very jealous.
Okay. Right, another question?
Etymology.
Etymology, okay. In 1989, the now 45th President of the United States sponsored an American cycling race, hoping to rival the famous Tour de France. What was it called? Was it A, the Tour de Trump? Are you serious? The other answers are B, the Great American Bike Race, C, the American Tour, or D, the Golden Road. And it was actually called the Tour de Trump. So very well done, very well interrupted. A point to on the shelf.
Oh, done.
The stage races were held from 89 to 96. Only once sponsored by Donald Trump, and then it was taken over by DuPont, becoming the Tour DuPont. Anyway, it did run as the Tour de Trump once. Modest man, isn't he?
And did that race cross any bridges?
Probably burned it. Did they know the Tour de Trump at home? They didn't have much time to answer it.
Well, I'm not sure as if we didn't as much know as in not want to know what the answer what is at home. But Stacey says we're getting lots of bonus points, so we're good without that question, I think.
Okay. Did Fiona score the equaliser there? Yes.
Right, well, we've equalised, and Libby says 76 this year, but we're not sure if she means points or age here. Right.
Okay.
Next question.
Next question, please, Karen. Any time you like.
I know, sorry, I did a bit enthusiastically there. Right, epistemology.
Epistemology. Epistemological question. Samuel Johnson is known to have written a version of what reference work tool? Was it A, the Encyclopaedia Britannica? Was it B, Wikipedia? Was it C, a dictionary?
A dictionary.
Yeah, it's very hard for me to tell, but maybe you want to move your buzzer closer so the sound travels more quickly. Yeah, well done, David. It was a dictionary. Not the first dictionary, there were others, but he did write a very famous dictionary.
We can't really let the library not get that one, can we?
Apparently, Samuel Johnson is the second most quoted Englishman after William Shakespeare. Did they know about Dr. Johnson and his dictionary at home?
Well, it looks like a lot of people knew that quite strongly. I'm glad I'm getting help from home here because I am no good at pub quizzes. So, yes, it seems as if we're doing well collectively.
Not Team Home, it's Team Clonk.
Team Clonk, of course.
You need a banner.
Well done, the Clonkers. Yeah.
More?
More. Feed me more. Pantology. Okay, which European capital city is known as the City of Dreams and the City of Music? Is it A, Paris? Is it B, Brussels? Is it C, Vienna? Or is it D, Rome?
C, Vienna.
Yeah. It's known as the city of... All very well to say you were going to go. It's known as the city of music, thanks to the legacy of famous composers and musicians, such as Mozart, and the city of dreams because it's the birthplace of psychoanalyst Sigmund Freud. So that sort of dreams, not dreaming spires and that. How are we doing?
On the shelf we're in the lead with 7 to 2 for 5 even for On the Rocks.
Did the Clonkers know about Vienna?
A lot of cloggers seem to know about Vienna. Apparently, the reason that we know about the dictionary question is an episode of Blackadder. I might have to check this out. But apparently, a lot of our sources of knowledge are coming from television rather than from our textbook.
Okay.
I think Monty Python got a mention earlier as well, but yeah, you might be too young for that, HJ.
Spin that wheel.
Right. Pantology again.
Stop at pantology
I'm
again,
just
all on
stopping
its
it
own.
to avoid, because I want to get through as many as we can.
The symbol of an archer is associated with which sign of the zodiac? Is it A, Scorpio? Is it B, Sagittarius?
B, Sagittarius.
Of course it is. And the planetary scientists who
Don't
might
even
have been
be.
expecting to know that.
We're not astronomers.
Did they know their star signs at home?
Kimberly and Libby were straight in there with Sagittarius. So, you know, strong front on here. I'm glad we're working together collectively.
Sagittar is Latin for arrow.
Is it? Oh.
Yes.
I've been told that we have a scientific problem here, which is that the planetary scientists can't get to their buzzer quickly enough because of the gravity of Mercury.
It's only a small planet, but perfectly formed. Next question.
Oh, let's go agnotology. There we are.
Agnotology. Okay. The ill-fated Titanic, not any other Titanic that you might be thinking of, had how many funnels? Was it A, 2, B, 3?
I'm going for B3.
No, C, 4?
C4.
Yeah.
One of them was fake, though.
Yes.
Yep.
I didn't say how many functioning funnels. It had 4 funnels, yes.
Are we counting any that may have been used in the kitchen?
The fourth funnel was just for show. The designers thought the ship would look more impressive with 4 funnels. But the answer on the card is 4. Did they know about the Titanic's funnels at home?
Well, we've got a different question. So we're talking about Conservative prime ministers being thrown from horses. So
typical.
Really?
So apparently we think it's Sir Robert Peel. So maybe we'll find out later. But,
Well, I won't ask that Sir Robert Peel question if it comes up.
but I think we can have a point for that one.
I'll do a slow spin
Let's
this time.
spin the wheel.
Let's get the drama going. Zoology.
So this is zoology. Which animal did Florence Nightingale often carry in her pocket? Was it A, a kitten, B, a puppy, C, an owl, or D, a snake?
Well, snakes are often associated with signs of hospitals and things like that, so I'm going to go for D, a snake.
Well, you're right, they are, but it's not what Florence Nightingale carried in her pocket. Must have been on Blackadder, come on.
What, should we go for a kitten?
Yeah, we'll go for
Okay,
kitten.
kitten.
Oh.
Double or quits?
Is it an owl? Go on, say it's an owl.
No, it's not a kitten. It was an owl.
Oh.
Can you imagine carrying a kitten? I mean,
Isn't that cruel?
In Athens in 1850, a tiny owlet fell from its nest and into the hands of wicked children. The tiny bird was spotted by young Florence Nightingale. And she named the owl Athena after a Greek goddess of war and wisdom. And she lovingly cared for Athena, hand-feeding her, training her how to bow and curtsy, tucking her safely in the pocket of her apron. After 5 years of blissful owl nurse companionship, war broke out in the Crimea. So should I cut to the chase?
Oh no, don't you start with that.
We need 2 more.
Don't owls get quite big?
Oh dear, she was... because she'd been brought up as an owlet, she wasn't able to hunt for herself. And when Florence was away, the family, it's sad, she died alone in an attic.
Did she write a diary?
Summarising. Anyway, Florence Nightingale carried an owl in her pocket. Remember that at home, because these questions come up time after time in this quiz. If this was an OU exam, we wouldn't be allowed to recycle the questions this often. So nobody
Still
scored
no one
then.
knew the answer.
Did they know about the owl at home?
Apparently, and we got an extra fact as
Well,
well.
they've seen it before, you see. They were paying
that's it.
attention.
But Chris tells us that both Florence and her sister were fond of owls, and Peter tells us in relation to our Titanic question that they did use the fourth, but they used it for storage, and asking whether or not we had a different question to the Titanic one. Jill says, funnily enough, we did.
Oh. I'm not sure about that owl question. I don't know where the sister was when the owl was dying in the attic. But I think we should hope some happy questions.
Yeah.
Let's try and not get zoology. I think that's a lesson there. Pantology.
Pantology.
Can't be worse. There we are.
This is about washing up, isn't it? Pantology. Which country's flag features a lion, a pineapple and a turtle breathing through its bottom? Is it A, Jamaica, B, Belize, C, Papua New Guinea, or D, the Cayman Islands?
Going with D, the Cayman Islands?
Correct! The turtle and the pineapple are symbolic of the indigenous flora and fauna, though not in that order. Oh, OK. For a bonus point, which athlete carried the Jamaican flag at the Olympic opening ceremony in London in 2012?
Was it Usain Bolt?
It was Usain Bolt.
And we've equalised.
Really?
8-8.
OK, 8 all, I say.
With the bonus question.
Did they know about the Cayman Islands at home?
It appears we did, but I don't know because I'm no good at paying attention.
I bet they didn't get the bonus question.
But Davin asks, have we not had epistemology yet?
We did have one
We did have one.
earlier, I think.
Yes.
We did, yes.
Oh, there we go.
Where's Davin been?
Davin's probably just thrown in a hint there that you would like more
Oh,
of those
right, I
questions.
see, I
See where it
see.
randomly stops
We'll
this
see
time.
where it randomly stops this time, Davin. So 8 all here in the studio. What's the score at home? Was Stacey?
Last time Stacey checked in with us, it was 13.
Right, okay.
Oh, is it epistemology? The market town of Hay-on-Wye is famous for what?
Oh, God.
A, and what do you think A is?
It's a literary festival.
Well, the correct answer is A. It's famous for bookshops.
Oh, well.
But,
I think we should give them
well, no,
that.
that's fine. They got the, yes, famous for bookshops.
That's got to be a first, Dave, to actually guess the right answer and number.
You could have chosen
letter.
bookshops, sweet shops, shoe shops, or joke shops. So, a point to on the shelf. There is a bonus question here. The River Wye, as in Hay-on-Wye, is the 5th longest river in the UK. Which river is the longest in the UK?
7?
Of course it's the 7. It's 220 miles long. The second longest river in the UK is the Thames, 215 miles.
So what's the difference between the two?
5.
And yet you huffed at us, as if we should have known it.
Yes, absolutely.
2%, 2.5%.
No maths in the quiz, guys.
That's like the difference between a normal full moon and a supermoon.
You're right. There's very little difference.
OK, so that didn't change the position, did it? They each scored.
9 all, only a quarter of the time to go.
OK, fine. Well, we don't need to change the scores of the questions because it's so close.
Etymology.
Etymology. Words. Language. The sackbut, which dates from the Renaissance, was an early version of which modern musical instrument? Is it A, bagpipes, B, drum, C, trombone?
C, trombone.
Yes.
Oh, God, Jack.
And it possibly comes from Middle French sacuer, to push, and buter, to pull. So it's a push-me-pull-you instrument, sackbut. Did they know their sackbuts at home?
Why, certainly not. I thought it was bagpipes. We seem to be
You
split.
weren't paying attention.
No, I'm not.
had this question before.
Davin's distracting me because he's saying about he was distracted earlier eating sweets, and I'm just thinking about all the sweets that I've got in my bag. But Davin asked the river why we always ask questions. But and Chris tells us the Cayman isn't strictly a country in its own right; it's an overseas territory of the UK. So interesting.
Still has a flag. Like the Isle of Man.
I'm not arguing with anyone.
Okay.
Right, more questions.
Is that
Ninjology.
Ninjology. Okay. What might you celebrate on the first Friday in October? Is it A, World Wildlife Day? Is it B, World Smile Day? Is it C, World Pasta Day? Or D, World Radio Day? Wildlife, smile, pasta or radio?
B, World Smile Day.
Correct. Good guess. It was a guess, I presume.
Oh, I knew that. It's my
You knew
co-team
it.
members.
Are there any World Universe days yet, Dave?
We could invent one. I'm sure you'd like to know that World Smile Day is a way to remember Harvey Ball, a commercial artist from Worcester, Massachusetts, who created the iconic yellow smiley face in 1963. Of course, World Pasta Day is the 25th of October, and World Wildlife Day is 3rd of March, and 13th of February, just coming up, is World Radio Day. So what's that? Tuesday next week? Week on Tuesday? World Radio Day? Put it in your diaries, folks.
Isn't that also Shrove Tuesday? It seems like there's more things going on per day. Should be a limit, shouldn't there?
Absolutely.
Anyway, it's not for us too.
Did they know World Smile Day at home?
We're a bit all over the place. We reckoned it was World Wildlife Day. We're just writing down when World Pasta Day is. That's what we're interested in now. We're getting ready. It's going to be a big student holiday. You can hear like the packets opening and...
Yes, who was eating their pasta out of the packet earlier today because they felt more like a student?
I can't remember who that was, but I'm sure
I can't remember.
It's eating Heinz
did make me
ravioli
smile.
from the tin that you need to do.
Yeah, with a fork.
Okay, a zoological question
Yes.
came up next. In which continent did the ostrich originate? Is it A, Africa? Is it B, Australia? Is it C, North America? Or D, Asia? Yes, librarians?
Africa.
Africa. Of course it's Africa.
Dave, I've heard that one of Team Clonk has been using Google. And we should stop the quiz.
Well, I think basically that's a 10-point penalty for Team Clonk. Bonus question.
Karen, you forgot to give us a point.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. With 10% either way, what's the what speed can an ostrich maintain over long periods? Not its burst speed. Go on. How fast can it go?
50 kilometres an hour.
I said 10% either way. I said no. I'll give you that. 48 kilometres an hour. What's 30 miles an hour? Okay, another bonus ostrich question.
Were you giving that point?
That's the point,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But another
Sorry,
bonus
I thought it was
question.
kilometres or miles. Yeah.
No.
The unit's important.
We're very
I would have taken it in miles per hour or kilometres per hour. Matt specified his units. So
Okay.
10% error.
No.
What's the maximum weight that an ostrich can reach? 10% either way. Pounds or kilograms?
120 kilograms.
No.
ordinary some human being.
30 kilograms.
30 kilograms? You're going to get a turkey that size at Christmas. Well, you're a vegan.
I was imagining they were deceptively woolly.
400 pounds, 181 kilograms
Cool,
is the
yeah.
maximum size, of
That's a
maximum
big
weight, maximum mass of an ostrich. 400 pounds, 181 kilograms. So
Why did they hit a maximum?
that's the biggest known size of an ostrich.
So they could get bigger, right? You could find a bigger one.
This is the tail end of a distribution. Don't get arsed with
the ostrich
That's
platter.
a penalty of 1 point.
That's 2 you've lost us, Junior.
You've given them one.
No, oh, yeah.
Okay, spin the wheel, please, Karen.
Right.
At the same time as deducting a mark.
Oh, it's all very complicated. Right, we are on to... oh, no.
That's epistemology.
Epistemology.
Okay, an epistemological question. Astronaut Buzz Aldrin, Professor Stephen Hawking, and Tesla founder Elon Musk have all been guests on which American sitcom? Is it A, Friends? Is it B, The Big Bang Theory?
Be the Big Bang Theory.
What were you going to buzz at? You were all ready to go.
I was thinking about The Simpsons.
Isn't even on the card. I would have guessed The Simpsons. No, they've all been on The BigAng Theory.
Team Plonker voted already. Was that the book
It seems to... We do get a lot of our facts from TV shows, but it seems that everyone agrees it was The Big Bang Theory at home, and a lot of our other facts seem to come from shows that Stephen Fry have been in as well, so maybe he'll make an appearance on The Big Bang Theory soon.
Okay, I have a bonus question here. Related to The Big Bang Theory. For a bonus point, which of the show's actors is a real-life neurobiologist and holds a PhD from UCLA?
I can't remember the name of it. Amy. The character is Amy, but I can't remember the name
Amy
of the actress.
Fowler.
But she also played Blossom, which was a long time
Which
ago.
of the show's actors, it says here? Come on. You obviously, I know, Matt, that you are a Big Bang Theory fan and you have got the right character, but I need the name of the actor.
Oh. Can't remember.
Hard. Well, you can give yourself a pat on the back, but I'm not giving you a point.
That's harsh, Dave.
It says which of the show's actors.
Yeah, but you're in charge of the rules.
I know I am. And she's called Mayim Balick.
Oh.
Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plays Amy Fowler in the show. How are we doing on points?
Well, I think Team On The Rocks are turning into Team Glum, even though they're winning, because I think you are being a bit harsh myself, but you are in charge, Dave. Whereas On The Shelf are in with 10 points, so lagging a little bit behind.
Did they know about Big Bang Theory at home?
Yes, they did. They
Good.
definitely
I should
did.
hope so
Jill says TV wins again, and Alex and Kimberly definitely fans of the show, and especially with knowing that it's Amy who is. Oh, there we go. Stacey got right in there with the name. So yeah, doing
Which
well.
was?
Which was Mayim Balick.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Spin that wheel, please. That's etymology. Okay. The next etymological question. A caparison is an ornamental cloth used to cover what? Is it A, an altar? Is it B, a horse? Is it C, a bed?
Is it be a horse?
It is B, a horse, yes. It's a cover fitted over the saddle from the Spanish word capa, meaning hood. Don't know what the risson bit means, but anyway. Do we know the caparisons at home?
We're kind of split on
Because
this
it
one.
has been asked before.
This is us never paying attention. This is why I didn't do too well on my exams. But when it comes to things I'm interested in, I go straight for. But it seems that, yeah, we were quite split on this one. But Stacey, as our official scorekeeper, can make the decision as to whether we got that or not, I reckon.
Well, at 13 points to 10, the answers are now worth 2 points each.
Ooh. Let's see what we've got. We are very environmentally friendly here with our questions, Dave. We do reduce, reuse and recycle a few of them, just to keep us honest. I'm surprised you remember.
This is a low carbon
Ninjology.
footprint quiz.
Oh, yeah, as you can see.
Okay. Moly Pololi, Haberoni and Francistown are all cities in which country? Is it A, Botswana, B, Ghana, C, Kenya, or D, Togo?
Hey, Botswana.
Yes.
Well done.
And that's 2 points. And for 1 bonus point, what's the name of the novel by Alexander McCall Smith set in Botswana?
The #1 Ladies Detective Agency.
Yes. It's actually set in Gaborone. Now, you notice I pronounced it correctly. Well, it's written Gaborone, but I said it properly. Gaborone.
Well, I've
It's meant to help you.
Round of applause for Dave, I think. Bravo, Dave.
So, it's 2 points there, 1 point there. Did they know about Botswana?
We did at
cities.
home, or a few people did definitely know at home, so that's great. Kimberly definitely knew as well, straight in there with Botswana, and Amy as well, so well done.
Oh, another bonus question. What's the name of the main lady detective in those novels?
Precious Ramotse.
And a bonus point over there.
Oh, and we're getting tight. We've got 13 to 14.
13 to 14. OK, 2 points for the next answer. Epistemology. That's correct. OK, Camp David is the official retreat of the President of the United States. Camp David, the official retreat of the President of the USA, is located in which mountain range? Is it A, the Adirondacks? Is it B, the Arbuckle Mountains? Is it C, the Appalachians? Or D, the Absaroka Range?
B.
B is what?
That's not the quiz.
I'm just wondering if you. Just wondering what you. I'm accepting your answer B, but can you tell me what you think you've applied that to?
Is it Aberroki?
B is the Arbuckle Mountains, of which I've never heard. They might exist, but it's the wrong answer.
See.
We go for C, the Appalachian.
Appalachian's correct. So that's 2 points.
2 points.
Too obvious.
And for 1 bonus point, can anyone tell me what Camp David was originally called?
Camp Dave.
No.
Too informal.
Sycophants.
So they changed it.
Do you want? I guess you either know it or you don't.
No idea.
It was Shangri-La until 1953. FDR Roosevelt established retreat in 1942, and in 1953, Dwight D. Eisenhower renamed it Camp David after his grandson. OK, so how are we doing on this?
Well, Dave, it's very, very tight. The librarian's taking the lead now with 15 to 14.
Right. For 2 points then, the next question.
Only a few minutes left.
Only a few minutes left. OK, fine. That's fine. 2 points it is.
Epistemology again.
Camp David, the official retreat. We've had that one. So the next question. Which of these establishments has the distinction of being the oldest university in Europe? Is it A, Oxford University? Is it B, the Paris Sorbonne? Is it D, Bologna University? Or D, the University of Siena? He just knocks Mercury off its axis.
C, Bologna.
Bologna, correct.
Oh,
Established in the 11th century, so that's 2 points. And for a bonus point, which Nobel Prize winning education activist was awarded a place at Oxford University after completing her A-levels?
Yeah.
Come on, you have to answer as soon as you
She's called
burst.
Malala.
You mean Malala, yeah. Malala
yeah.
Yousafzai. But Malala will do. Yeah.
I've been told by the adjudicator to query whether Mercury hit the buzzer or whether the teams hit
The teams hit Mercury.
Right,
okay,
so we've got... Oh, my goodness.
Did they know about the oldest university?
Well, we reckon it's very old. That's as far as we got. But Katie tells us that in relation to the other question that she knew about the Appalachians because she loves Bill Bryson's book on walking that range. So maybe we'll have to check that out. And Davin's just reckoned that he's jinxed the wheel of Ologies towards epistemology. I mentioned it earlier.
So I'm told that we have time for one more question, and the scores are dead level. So you can have 100 points for this.
No, we've only got like 50. We've never got up to that.
Doesn't make any difference. For 2 points,
Okay.
spin it, genuine spin, we'll see where it stops.
This is where we see if Davin has jinxed it, which he has.
Epistemology, another epistemological question. The frogs, the birds, the wasps and the clouds are all works by which playwright of ancient Greece? Is it A, Sophocles? Is it B, Plato? Is it C, Aristophanes? Is it D, Euripides?
D. Euripides?
No. 1 in 3 chance.
Which one is that?
Is that
Let's
C?
see.
Very tense in the studio.
Going for C, Aristophanes.
C, Aristophanes? Are you sure?
Yes. Yes. we
Quite
are.
right, well done. So I think that's it, isn't it?
Well, yes, the librarians are on the shelf of one with 18 to 16. You may present the trophy.
There you go, Skipper. Well played. Would you like to make a speech? Or?
Thank you. Very enjoyable and great credit to our other
Worthy
team.
opponents.
Yes.
Come and borrow some books and you can be just like us.
Online library.
Lovely. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dave, for being an excellent host. But there's more to your talents than just being a quizmaster. You're coming back tomorrow to talk to us about space and some planets, aren't you?
Mostly planets, because the space in between is not as interesting as the rocky bits inside the space. But yes, 7 o'clock tomorrow.
And everyone's been distracted today watching the super blue moon.
The super blue blood
it's a
moon.
better than ever moon, a plus 10% moon, as you might say.
Well,
No, you
yeah,
can't go into it
it's-
now, but
well,
briefly.
a supermoon is when full moon happens when the moon's at its closest point to the orbit. So it looks fractionally bigger than normal, but you're not going to notice it without measuring it. And it's a blue
looks
moon
really
it's
nice.
just a quirk of our calendar. We've got 2 full moons in the same month. Whoopee-doo. But there is a lunar eclipse. The moon has passed into the Earth's shadow, and you can see it if you're in America or Australia right now. But by the
But
time
not
the moon
here.
rises here, it will be over, so we don't see the eclipse. So it looks red during eclipse, hence the blood bit. But
Wow.
it's really a totally insignificant event, hyped up by the media.
Fake news.
If
It's
you,
not happening.
if you studied the moon's mook, you would know about this.
Well, to find out more, you can come along to Dave's session tomorrow night. But here in the studio, the librarians have eclipsed the planetary scientists. Sorry about that. And we're going to go and have a break now. We're going to have some live chat still going on, but there will be some replays in terms of the video content. We're back tonight from 6 o'clock. We've got 2 hours of content for you where we'll be covering mental health mental health with Matthias, and that'll be a really positive spin on how to make us all feel much happier in these dark winter months, plus much more. So join us this evening from 6 till 8 tonight. In the meantime, enjoy the replays, enjoy eating all your food. We're going to go and grab a bite to eat as well, and we will see you back very soon. See you then.